We got to strike while the iron is hot. So let's get this done.
Scott Billingsley says the Peace region is hot with oil and gas activity, and although we are not out of the woods yet in terms of the economic downturn, we are on the right path.
The oil and gas companies up here have continued to support or continue to pour money into the local economy, trying to find the gas. And with the recent announcement by TransCanada hopefully going ahead with the pipeline to get the gas out of here, gives more impetus for the future for this region. So I'm very encouraged. I think we're not out of the woods yet, but the light at the end of the tunnel I don't think is a train.
And that's welcome news for members of the Fort St. John and District Chamber of Commerce. Many have felt the impacts of the economic downturn directly.
Fort St. John is very diversified, really, when you think about it. We have forestry, mining, oil and gas, agriculture. They're all big components of our community. Oil and gas, of course, as we know, is a strong economic driver, and we've seen that in the recent events the past couple of years. We saw the downturn in our own economies and vacancy rates and unemployment going up due to the oil and gas inactivity. So it's an important part. It's not the whole, but it's an important part of our community.
Billingsley is the BDC's oil and gas specialist and travels throughout Western Canada to help provide support for businesses impacted by the downturn in activity in the oil and gas industry. Through the BDC's Oil and Gas Initiative, Billingsley helps allocate a total of $800 million in loans to help jumpstart the industry. One trend Billingsley says is vital for the Canadian oil and gas sector is to use new technologies to make for cost-efficient drilling, such as what is being done south of the border, to become more competitive on a global market.
They can make money now, they say, new wells at $20 US WTI. That is a huge game changer for us. So we have to get our costs under control too. What does that mean for the industry? Well, stay tuned to the presentation, but in essence, we have to be more competitive.
And although Billingsley admits the economic downturn has lasted longer than he could have predicted, he says we are at the beginning of a long and choppy road to recovery. But once oil demand surpasses the supply, all bets are off.
People say we'll never hit 100 again. I'll take that bet for as far as WTI. At some time in the next 5 years, based on my analysis, and I had an economics degree 40 years ago, so it's probably not worth much anymore. But from my analysis of the supply-demand factors, we are going to hit a crunch. And when the speculators figure out that there is going to be a shortage of oil, that's when we're going to see spikes in the oil and gas. It might not be prolonged, but it'll come.
Brendan Miller, CJDC-TV News, Fort St. John.